Not bright enough.
Yo, 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 yo. Bing bong. Welcome to the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats podcast network. If you don't know what Cork Bats is, be sure to follow them on social media at Cork Bats on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also on Threads, I think. Is Threads still happening? I haven't seen anything.
Still there, but I don't know
It
anyone.
had its like 18 hours in the sun, and then people realized what it was.
It's just Twitter.
Didn't Twitter die like 5 times and then just not die?
I can't quit Twitter, no matter what.
As far as
happens.
I'm concerned, nothing's changed.
Yeah, I can't. I'll complain about it all day, but quitting it,
No,
I just don't think I can.
I love it, and it's
no.
a very unhealthy relationship I'm in with it. Like,
Oh, it's bad. It's toxic.
possibly the most toxic thing of my
It's
life.
real toxic. But yeah, and then of course we are the CineBoiz, part of Cork Bats, and you can follow us on social media at the CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, like I said, we are the CineBoiz, the movie, TV, gaming branch of Cork Bats. And yeah, we're really happy that you're here. I'm really happy to be here. We got a lot.
I'd like to say something right off the rip.
Okay, rip
Tom
it.
looks like an idiot with his hair showing.
Get a hat, loser.
What a dummy.
To be fair, I've been wearing hats in an inordinate amount lately because my hair looks terrible. I buzzed it and it's growing back now.
Looks
And
looking
look at
good.
that. It is.
I'd
Cool.
say it looks like a pretty normal Kenny head.
Mhm.
Thanks, dude. I don't know
I've-
if that's a compliment or, but I'll take
I don't
it.
know.
I've been wearing hats in an inordinate amount because of what Kevin spoke on last time, the hat stretcher.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of hat stretcher, I think
Stretch
what we
me,
should
daddy.
do today.
Doesn't play quite as well in real life.
Gosh. I think what we should do is maybe talk about what we're big on. I think that's a good idea. So let's start with Tom. Tom, how are you?
Yo, I am great.
Good. What are you big on?
Yeah, so I actually had one early in the week, and I've just completely forgotten it. But I've got another one as of last night. Last night, I went to see one of my all-time favorite movies in the theater, Jurassic Park. And it was a swell time because I had never seen it on the big screen before, and it was just a real treat. Except for the fact that they did it in 3D, which I thought was really dumb. But seeing one of my all-time favorites on the silver screen was just a thrill. So that's what I'm big on.
So you confirm it was in 3D and you wore 3D glasses for it?
Yeah, that was annoying because I had to wear them over my real glasses, and that was uncomfortable because I'm blind as a bat.
Nerd, get better eyes. Anyway, sorry, that was me.
I'm getting
Um,
really roasted this morning.
Yeah, really giving it to you. Tom.
Sticking it to me. Stick me.
What?
Oh, baby.
Man. It's a wild day
Ah,
for the
never mind.
CineBoiz today. Well, Tom, I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for sharing. And I'm ready to party with you guys. And I'll just say it, guys, we got a lot of fun stuff planned for today, including a Denzel Washington draft. So stick around. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be a good time. We got some fun rules. Well, let's move on. Let's start. Well, we already started. Gosh, it's early. Let's move on to Casey Mob. Casey Mob, how are you?
Howdy.
Tell me, what are you big on today, my man?
I'm big on the television show The Bear.
Oh, God.
Kate and I just finished season 2. It's insanely good.
I love it so much.
How about that
It's
last sequence?
so
Last one.
good. And the second season's just insane. All the cameos.
Mhm.
Jamie Lee Curtis's performance in The Bear is better than her performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'll say
Wow.
it.
Is she going to win another Oscar?
She should for The Bear.
It's impossible. It's TV. but-
Nah, I don't care. Rules
Okay.
are just, constraints that we've created on ourselves.
Yeah, they really are arbitrary,
Dude,
especially
that's-
when it comes to Hollywood.
Right.
Rules are just arbitrary.
That's like
Yeah.
very
Nothing's real out
Unabomber
there.
take of both of you, which I love. He was a big no rules guy.
Well,
Yeah, just-
there's certain things like morality, but these are just stupid rules
Right. They're silly little rules.
that don't really affect morality.
Promise me you'll never do another rule.
No.
I
I'm
don't think anybody gets
there are certain rules that I think are great for
At the
society.
same time, he's a big rule boy, big
Yeah.
rule follower.
But
Yeah,
when
cool guy.
it comes to awards, they're just rules that can be broken.
I agree. 100% agree. Well, yeah, I was going to say too with the Bear. I love it. I haven't finished season 2 yet. I'm still working through it. I feel like, and it's pretty early to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I feel like it might be a good, like, not full replacement, but it's going to like maybe take up that Succession size hole I have in my heart right now. That Succession is. Not the same vibe. They're very different shows, but
The
like,
Bear stresses me out.
yeah, but like it's just so I don't know.
Does Bear.
But it's like
I watched was just like this show's so deep.
There's
Yeah,
something
it's-
about the Sunday night HBO slot though that I mean that'll thank goodness football's coming back, so we'll have something to watch on Sunday night again. But that 8 o'clock, just like I know what I'm doing Sunday night. Sit down, look forward to it all week. Hulu
Well,
is.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
watching Winning Time by any chance?
I am. I'm not nearly as invested in the second season.
I would say it's not. Yeah, I mean it's not as good as some stuff on HBO, but I feel like it's pretty good. I mean,
I
feels,
very much enjoyed the first season. The second season, I don't know why I'm not as invested. Maybe just because I don't know. Maybe because I know what Magic Johnson's like in real life.
Okay.
His Twitter's one of my favorite things ever. Also.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, Mob.
Is he not a nice guy?
No. The opposite.
Yeah, he's
He
great.
just says like, what's a good example, Mob, of like something Magic would tweet? Like, so say there'll be a big sports result on Sunday. Say the Chiefs win on Monday Night Football. He'll tweet about Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback ever. What a great effort from the Kansas City Chiefs winning 34-21. And he'll tweet that on like Wednesday afternoon.
yeah.
He
Gotta
rules.
love Magic Johnson.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Well, Casey Mob, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you got a show to watch. That's really important these days.
Well, I'm done with it, so we
Watch it again.
Maybe it's
Okay.
that good.
I mean, it's good. And it's only like 30-minute episodes. It's not
That
a huge commitment.
I think
that's
that's
a
the
key
best
part.
part of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Have
you get your serious drama, and they have some like it's a comedy at the Emmys or whatever, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But you get your serious drama in 30-minute snips instead of having to watch like essentially a movie for every episode.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, have you guys ever heard of The Wire? That's where we're at.
Oh,
You never watched
congrats!
it?
I've heard.
It's
That was
so
the first
good.
time.
Heard Jeff.
I'm excited for you.
It's wonderful.
I've watched it multiple times.
I have started conflict, and I'm
Way
not-
down in the hole.
Mhm.
Kev, what did you say you started? I'm sorry.
I said I have started calling people cousin is like a gender neutral
Cousin.
term.
Yeah, it might be. I actually read an article.
What
about
up,
that.
cuz?
It might be the way that it's like a gender neutral term that we can use instead of like bro.
Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
What's up, cousin?
Although if I say
also,
hey guy, that's a gender neutral term to me. So just know that.
yeah.
I'm actually trying to call people Playboy. There's an episode where Avon greeted Stringer as Playboy, and it was awesome.
I like
So,
that
everyone's just Playboy.
Tom is pulling from a show from the early 2000s for all of his
It's so on
references
brand.
and
What's
how
up?
he addresses
What's
people.
up, Playboy?
I guarantee that will never get you in trouble anymore. So,
Honestly,
well, KC Mob, glad you're here. Thanks, Chef, as they would say in the show. And then let's move on to Kevin. Kevin, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, Kenny.
Good. What are you big on?
Simply, I'm big on mugshots. What a week for mugshots. I don't want to get
Mugshots
too
are back.
political here, but oh my God. Did he get coached? What happened there? I mean, your tweet about it was hilarious, Kenny.
Oh, thank you.
Scooby-Doo
I
mask?
really appreciate that. Here's
It
the
popped
thing
off a
about
little bit. Yeah.
let me pull up the mugshot. Or
And
actually,
if
let me
you
pull up
live
the
under a
tweet.
rock, we're referencing President Trump's mugshot in Fulton County, Georgia, where he
Yes.
was,
Like I can't
arrested for 15 minutes and then-
replicate it.
No, I
Mm.
don't. What?
I mean, it looks like it could be an album cover. Maybe
It looks like the
one day.
camera's taking the shot from way above his head too. I don't.
Mhm.
Also, the fact that he's self-reported as 215 pounds is so relatable.
Dude, there's no way,
Like,
right?
dude,
Yeah,
that guy is.
maybe in his ass.
Yeah, that guy's pushing 300. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
I love the trend where they were going side by side with all the football players that are 200 pounds
Yeah.
and they're like rail thin, and then next to Trump, who's just got a dump truck and just like
Just
leaning forward because his
He-
guts hanging out.
He took his ID from 1990 and said, "This is my weight."
That's his Home Alone 2 weight.
And for that reason, he's just comedy. I love him. Like, I mean, I hate him as a person, but comedically,
He's great. Like his
can't get
nicknames
any
for people,
funnier. Yeah,
like pudding
yeah. I don't want to
fingers.
don't get me started on his nickname game. That's how he won the election last time. Just
Yeah,
calling people names.
here's the
Jed
here's
Bush.
the tweet.
Scooby. That's right. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, so I posted that, and as you can see, you get people in the comments who are like Trump 2024. So I kind of regretted doing it because it's just some of the stuff we got. But yeah, I thought it was pretty damn funny.
It's
Instead of
perfect.
kids,
It's
you
exactly
should have
what it
said
looks like.
feds.
It is.
Yeah, but yeah,
Those
mugshots are back,
meddling
man.
feds.
Yeah,
And I do love that that a lot of MAGA Republicans, we're gonna be overdoing this quickly. A lot of MAGA Republicans are just like using it as a filter, so they like post a selfie with the county sheriff logo in the background and like a gray background, and like I stand with Trump, like people did with like the Paris shootings and like Parkland shootings. It's like, all right, easy.
yeah. Well, he went
Come
back.
on.
Well, man, I don't like talking about him, but he did come back to Twitter, Trump. So again, back to Twitter, like, you can't ever really leave it. And he posted something. He posted the picture, and he was like, "Never surrender." And I was like, "Well, this is actually a photo of you
Yeah,
surrendering."
you did.
But okay. All right, you do you, my
Surrender.
mans.
I do
Surrender to the
love.
authorities.
I follow an account on Twitter that is just tracking basically his Truth Social posts, and they're getting. He never types anything in lowercase anymore. It's always all caps.
He's always yelling.
Which I love. That cracks me up.
Yeah. Well, mugshots are
Anyway,
back, man.
Trump, what
it's
a
an
funny
exciting
dude.
time. All right. Anyways,
That guy
moving
was
on.
actually our president.
Greatest
and
comedian of
we'll
our
run again.
generation.
Maybe.
But
Possibly
yeah,
you.
anyways, let me share what I'm big on. Is that okay?
No,
Yeah. Oh,
Kenny, what are you big on? Now you can share.
All right. I feel like I'm flooding.
thanks, Mob. I've been getting soft. You
Yeah.
got to keep me in line.
Sorry.
I feel
Had to
like
be.
I've been flooding our text thread with this stuff. I feel like my wife has had it up to here with how much I've talked about it. But guys, we are less than a week away from Starfield early access.
Yeah, I've heard that it's coming from Kenny multiple times at this point.
I
By multiple,
am
mean a couple times
I
a
am-
day for the last week.
Yeah, the hype train has left the station, and I'm so excited the train might derail. Like, that's how pumped I am. Everything I've heard, so there's no they sent out review copies of the game last week, so people are playing it. Nobody's allowed to say anything specific, but all of the like just kind of first impression vibes that I've gotten on Twitter, and then also like, doing deep dives into Reddit for leaks, like everyone's saying it's great. I cannot wait. It's going to take up my whole entire weekend next weekend. So literally I'm going to have it set up to where I have college football on one screen over here, and I'm just
Ooh.
playing Starfield. So
Do you have a PC, Ken?
I have an Xbox, which is connected to my
Connected to
monitor,
it, yeah.
and so I can have
So
a
here's where I'm
computer
at with
going.
Starfield. Is I'm considering buying an Xbox just to be able to play it, and I don't know how good that is for me. But
I think it's
I was
great.
telling Alex, our friend and Mob, yesterday that I'm convinced that if I didn't have friends, I'd be a millionaire. I get
man.
peer pressured into buying so many things.
No, man, but see. In this case, it's actually a money saving technique.
I know
because
I follow.
yeah. You buy the Xbox, you buy the game, and then the hours upon hours you spend playing the game, you're not buying other things. So like in that case, you're saving money and you're doing yourself a disservice, because think of all the hats you would buy in that time if you weren't playing Xbox. And when you think about it, video games, cost per hour or minute or however you want to do it played, they're way cheaper than going to see a movie.
Yep.
They're way cheaper than going to dinner.
Yep.
Like, I mean, and that's taking into account the price of the console. So like you're wasting money by not doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You brought up hats real quick. I just recently consolidated all of my hats this week. We've been doing some closet rearranging, and I bought a bunch of hooks basically, and I made a place to hang all my hats. When I put them all together in one spot, it's jarring how many there are. So I have an issue.
Right. So stop your issue. Buy an
Anytime
Xbox.
I tell him all this, he's just like, just buy another. It's not a big deal. And I'm always like, don't tell my
You
wife.
do the same thing to me.
Yeah, but okay, here's the difference between that and this. I'm the irrational one. You're the one that's supposed to reel me in, and I'm not. You want me to reel you in? Come on. What universe is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I am trying to be the rational one here by telling you you're saving money by buying an Xbox and Starfield.
Yeah.
That's
You
because
really
you'll spend 60, 70 hours on that game.
Probably
No question.
more.
I think it's gonna when it's all said and done, the amount of hours
Probably
I'm gonna
like in
put
the
in that
triple
game.
digits.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm just trying to be conservative here, but realistically, yeah. So
Kenny, I wanted to ask, you have a Xbox X, I would imagine.
I have a Series X. Yes.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of buying a Series S just because Starfield's going to run so heavy, and but also I don't want to spend.
I don't
so
think
much
you need to
money.
worry about I don't think you. If you get a Series S to play Starfield, I don't think you need to worry about it not working. I will say that the Series S does not have 4K. And
Right.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, if you don't care about 4K
then
and
you
it
should
has
be
less
fine.
storage, which I mean,
Well, so what
nowadays-
I'm going to do is I
Mhm.
think I'm going to pre-order the one that comes out September 1st. They have a 1 terabyte Series S coming.
Oh,
It's
okay.
still much cheaper.
Yeah,
I think
then
what I'm gonna do.
that's better than the launch Series S. So I mean, you'll have the storage, and if you're not too concerned about 4K, then it's not a big deal. It's cheaper. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Like
I
I
say do it.
like I told you, the CEO of Bethesda played the entire game on an S, and he
Yeah.
said it ran fine. So
I do love that the CEO of Bethesda got the boot for testing this game because his kids were playing the Series X upstairs, and he was relegated to that's parenthood.
Yeah, that's just how it is, man.
I love
I know one of not Todd Howard, but Pete Hines, who is I forget what his role is at
that.
Bethesda.
No relation to Duncan.
Yeah, but he said that he has he's put
Baker's joke for you.
150 he's put 150 hours into it, and he said that he didn't start the actual like main story until he was about 70 hours into the game. Which is wild.
that's not something I will do, guaranteed.
Yeah, no,
but,
I'm a story guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Advanced.
What?
but Kenny, you're also a Fallout. I'm going to put up a settlement for 20 hours guy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I am that kind of guy. So I'm see the reason I like Bethesda games so much is because I feel like it's perfect for somebody with like undiagnosed ADHD like myself, or like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go do that instead, and then I'll just.
I was going to say
spend
perfect
hours.
or just like terrible.
Yeah, it just takes your life.
Depends on your definition.
Tom, what were you going to say?
Just like asking for friends who might not know, what kind of game is Starfield?
So
Is it
Starfield
like
is an
space,
Yes.
Destiny.
It is space. It's
Cool.
not like
Destiny.
Destiny. It is an open world RPG. So it's
So
like
Got it.
it's like Skyrim, Fallout, but it's going to be in space, and it's not like Destiny. It's like actual
Nice.
human beings, but there will be aliens and creatures and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Reportedly,
sick.
over 1,000 planets you can visit
yes,
to do
Sick.
things.
procedurally generated
mind.
planets. So new planets will show up in the game. You can go check them out. Yeah, none of us has it yet, so we can't confirm it, but it sounds like it is going to be the ultimate time suck.
When's the
It's-
drop date? Is it September 1st?
So the actual release date is September 6th. However,
Sick.
if you get the premium edition or the premium
you've
edition
done.
upgrade, you will receive early access, which they say starts September 1st, but actually they release a calendar, like a time zone calendar, and most people will be able to play it the evening of August 31st. So this coming Thursday, you may have access to. I think for Central Time Zone, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 8 p.m. Central Time on August 31st. You'll have access to it.
That's what Kenny's doing next weekend.
Yeah.
Yes. The Mizzou plays Thursday night, so I'll probably be watching
play.
San Diego State, I think. North Dakota State.
No, it's not a team that good, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think it's North Dakota State.
I think it's
Or South
Sister Mary's
Dakota.
School for the Blind.
I think it's South Dakota.
Yeah.
I think it's the Jackrabbits.
Yeah. So that's who Mizzou plays Thursday night. So
University
I'll
of
probably watch
Phoenix.
that.
Little tip for everyone out there. Fade the Tigers spread.
Fade it.
They're not
Fade hard.
just fade it. Whatever it is, 25. I don't care what it is. Take South Dakota.
I'm gonna let you all into a little secret behind Kevin's betting. Whatever team he roots for, he goes against, no matter what.
No, but with the Tigers, it's legitimate because they actually will disappoint you.
Well, here's the thing.
It is funny becoming a Chiefs fan and then pretty quickly then becoming like the dominant force of the league. It's really hard to keep betting against them because all they do is win.
Mm-hmm.
They don't cover spreads, which is weird.
They
So-
don't. They
Really
don't
don't.
cover spreads. So
They
it's best
keep- they
both
love to
ways
keep it
for me,
tight.
kind of.
Oh,
That's our
man.
betting segment.
Yeah, not a sports podcast, but go Tigers. I think, you know what? I'll just say it. I think the Tigers, I'll say this. It's not really a prediction. It's just a statement. If we lose two out of our first 4 games, the Missouri Tigers, then I'm going to say fire Drinkwitz. I mean, he can recruit. He's really good at recruiting, but you got to win games, my dude. I like his personality. He's a funny guy, but enough of the funny man stuff. Win
6
some
and
games.
6 season loading with the bowl loss. So call it 6.
Will
and
this be
7.
his 5th season coming up?
Fourth?
I think it's
Yeah.
fourth. Hey man,
Yeah.
we go to bowls around here.
We don't win them, but we go.
We don't
We don't win them,
but
but
we go to-
we get at least 6 wins and then light the cigars and go to bowls around here.
Uh-oh.
See you, Tom. There he is.
There he
I don't know what
is.
happened.
He's back. Let's reorder this.
I
Here we
didn't
go.
touch anything.
Yeah, I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No. Yeah. There we go.
There it
Perfect.
is.
Nice.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for being here. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Again, we're going to have a Denzel movie draft, so stick around. It's going to be a really good time. But before we do that, I just wanted to talk about a couple of quick things, couple of quick news items in the world of TV and movies and entertainment that we should talk about. So as we've been talking about the past few weeks, past few episodes, we still are in the middle of a strike. And at this point, it doesn't look like there's any end in sight. So kind of sucks. And we got our first real, at least for us, our first real casualty of the strike. And that is Dune Part 2 has officially been delayed till March 2024.
Dark
I'd rather
day.
not talk about it.
No,
I'm upset.
no.
I mean, the guy on Twitter that said that having Dune launch in the spring is a travesty is totally
0
correct.
cents.
It's meant to be seen in cold weather. I
Fall.
can't explain
Yeah.
it. I know it's in the desert. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
This is like
But those colors are fall colors.
This is like
Yeah,
when
you're right.
James Bond got pushed to the spring or summer or whatever.
Doesn't
it made
belong
no
there.
sense. It's a
It
fall
belongs
movie.
in October and November.
What am I going to do
And
for
then
my
it- and then it
birthday
did get
now?
Pushed, but
Oh, that's
So-
oh man.
Well, maybe the strike will keep going and it'll get delayed to next fall.
No, I don't want that either.
I don't blame
I
you.
mean,
I want it now.
Yeah, me too. I want
thought
it now.
This was America. We get things
I
when
want
we want
Dune,
it.
Daddy, and I want it now.
Well, here's the thing.
Um,
Just to tide us over, Empire did release some new pics. Empire magazine of
I don't want that.
Dune.
Cool,
So,
man.
Does
Let
this
me
I
kinda
want the
help?
movie.
Does this help you guys? Look, oh man, look
Nope.
at that, Austin
That looks
Butler.
cool.
Aren't we getting a
It is.
third?
There should be a third movie. Yes.
It just increases my thirst.
There's really no way you can tell this story in 2 movies, especially the conclusion of Dune is not at the end of the first book. There's like 7 books or something like that, but the conclusion of this story ends in the second book, I would say. So there's
Well,
I think there has to be a third movie.
How many books did the author actually write? Because didn't his son?
Well,
after
he
Yeah.
died
I thought
after the
he-
Yeah.
third or fourth,
third.
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's like 3 from the original author.
And
Yeah.
his son
Frank
carried
Herbert.
on and didn't do the best.
So the Dune
Whatever.
trilogy is technically Dune, Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, where like Dune and Dune Messiah really tell the story of like Paul Atreides, and then Dune, Children of Dune is kind of like the continuance.
And there's Dune 2, Dune Harder.
Yeah,
And then
and then there's Dune to others is you Dune to yourself.
Dune
Like that one?
to your mom.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, so strike's still going on. It's a bummer. It's kind of affected our content for sure. And we're just, man, just give us what we want. Like just these big studios, especially Warner Brothers, man. It's freaking Warner Brothers. It's always Warner Brothers.
It's always Warner Brothers.
Yeah. They always are.
Well, did anyone see that quote from Netflix's CEO the other day? What was it? It was like,
no, but I bet it was gold.
oh, it was, or maybe it wasn't a quote, but it was like a source close to him. Like he doesn't want to give the writers a fair deal because then he's worried it'll mean they have to give fair deals to everyone around the world. And it was like, you piece of garbage. I gotta find it.
I don't want to be fair.
It's like, but if we do this here, we have to do it everywhere.
Oh man.
Okay, reportedly. Oh, he was reportedly personally offended that the WGA didn't agree to their latest offer. And
We'll throw in
concerned
snacks.
that agreeing to a new
Right.
deal will cause writers and actors in other territories to ask for new deals, which would be backbreaking in his assessment. So
We'll give you
basically,
a pizza
if we have to
lunch.
pay writers fairly, we have to pay everybody fairly.
And
Oh
that's
my
just
gosh.
that's just not a good business model.
I mean,
Oh my gosh. Freaking greedy Hollywood executives.
I mean, I feel like a fair deal, and this is probably why you didn't want to do it. It's just like I feel like it would help cut down on some of the shitty quality films and shows that they're making, that they're pumping out once a week.
Agreed.
Just like stuff I don't even want to watch. So just do it and make better stuff.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this a couple episodes ago about how this is going to kind of hopefully kind of pop the bubble, if you will, as far as like just all this crappy content we get. I think the way forward is like just do the deal and make less content. You want to save some money, give them what they want, and then just stop greenlighting everything.
Stop throwing stuff against the wall, hoping you're going to get a nice hit, and just like actually delve into doing something good.
Yeah.
I saw someone on the internet say the other day, Gen Z will never understand that our B movies used to be Reign of Fire with Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale and Gerard Butler. And now our B movies are poorly marketed things with Gal Gadot in the worst action movie you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
And The
But
Rock.
it's going to get a ton of views on Netflix.
Yep.
Right. Like we used to have, that movie's straight to VHS. Like, now it's
not
straight
great.
to Netflix and everyone watches it. Like,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing for the most part. Like all the ones that don't get theatrical releases.
I'm no longer a Netflix subscriber. I just cut it off until there's something I feel like is worth it.
Good for you.
I feel like David Fincher's new movie is going to be on Netflix.
It is.
Is that the one
Yeah.
with Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Okay. This is like something's got to give. Michael Fassbender hasn't done a good movie in God knows how long. And
He hasn't been in anything in a while, and he's got two pretty decent ones coming out this fall. So,
but every time he's in a movie, I'm like, oh wow, that looks. And then it comes out and it's the worst reviews you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah,
like Snowman. Jeez,
I never saw it. Did not hear good things.
Assassin's Creed did something to him.
Yeah.
Was that the
maybe
turning
that
point?
was it. Like
maybe
Jobs was so good, and then Assassin's Creed came out, and then he became the worst judge of a script of all time.
Yeah. So hopefully the strike gets ended soon. Maybe they'll go back on it. If they end it soon, maybe they'll say, "Hey, we'll put Dune back in theaters in November." Probably not going to happen at this point, but it would be nice. I was really looking forward to it.
Okay, I'm dumb. What about the strike is pushing a movie that's supposed to already be done out?
Promotion. So essentially, with the strike, they can't promote the movie like they typically would. So, like, for instance, you're not going to have anything from anybody who made the movie. They're not going to be able to do interviews or promotion or, anything like that. So they can't really, it's a marketing issue.
They can't do press tours, all that stuff.
Which they probably don't need. People will probably still go see it.
So because DeAndre Hopkins can't be in a Sunday Night Football ad for Dune 2, I don't get to watch it in November? You guys remember that? They did a Sunday Night Football thing where they had football players with the glassed over blue eyes, and they were like Dune in theaters, and was my first maybe this isn't going to be good, but then it was good, so they can do whatever they want. So I just
DeAndre Hopkins doesn't feel like a guy that ever even saw Dune or even knows what it is.
I just remember him because he looked pretty cool with like his hair that he has and the glassed over eyes. I was like,
looks like he belongs in the movie. As a Fremen. Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, man. Well,
he should be an extra warrior. He'd be awesome.
Well, then the other big thing in news I wanted to talk about, kind of going back to our Starfield discussion, they officially announced that the Fallout TV show is coming in 2024. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, but it's coming.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see I think there was a little bit of uproar that looks like this might have been created by an AI during this
I'm
whole
sure
strike.
it was. It was because that car is facing ass backwards, even though
that's a good point. Yeah. It's facing backwards in traffic.
But the sign and the front bumper are actually I don't know if any of you guys have ever used any AI generative things, but they're not super easy to get to come up with flawless images. And it definitely looks like that could be real.
I wonder if Jeff Bezos made this.
Jeff is too busy being rich and bald and hanging out on yachts.
Yeah, that's true. But I, for one, am excited. Probably my favorite video game of the last 10, 15 years. And Starfield will probably take that over. But I love Fallout.
I'm glad your expectations are low for Starfield.
Yeah, very, very low. Very tempered. And then, I mean, Walton Goggins is in it.
Doesn't he play a ghoul?
He plays a ghoul. Apparently, they showed some footage of it at Gamescom of the show. And people are excited, but they haven't released it yet. We'll see it soon, I'm sure.
Well, we know they can do video game stories good now.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long?
They thought they always had to make it a movie, not a show.
And I think you didn't have the creative directors on site with the show. Like having Neil Druckerman there and having full authority over how his story was told that was so crucial to the show being good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Yeah. So check that out coming in 2024. I'm very excited. Can't wait to share the world of Fallout with my wife and say, hey, we're going to watch this show together. And then we're going to play the game. And she's going to say no. And that's okay.
I've never beat a Bethesda game.
I mean, they're the games that if you may love them and you may never actually beat them because there's so much stuff in them.
I think so. Fallout 4 is probably my second favorite story game that I've ever played, and I never beat it. I've spent probably 60 to 70 hours on it. Never beat it.
It's good. I love it. It's that good. It's
really
good. Okay, cool. So that's it for news. Let's do something fun. We're talking about stuff that obviously AI is taking over, strikes happening. It's not good. We need to cheer up a little bit, So I say, in honor of Equalizer 3 coming out this week, let's do a little Denzel Washington draft. What do you guys say?
I'm in.
All right. So here's how it's going to work. If you're a fan of the show, we love to do drafts. We did put some extra rules into this one, though. So 4 rounds, we each get to pick 4 movies, Denzel Washington movies. You can't just pick any movie. And the rule is you can only pick 1 movie per decade. So we have 5 decades to choose from: 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and the 2020s. You cannot pick 2 movies in a decade. So each movie you pick has to be from a different decade. So 5 to choose from, 4 movies each. Should be pretty easy. So I guess we should figure out the order. And I say, should we do snake draft or just regular?
I think snake.
Snake seems to work pretty well. So let's go ahead and get our order set first. So,
Kenny, first pick. Kenny.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He's the number 1 guy.
Tom, number 2 pick. And looks like Mob's gonna be wraparound. I got third. That sucks. That's the worst pick.
Kevin is third.
Mob with the wraparound.
And then Mob.
Nice.
Mob with the
That's
old
the technical term.
The old rusty trombone.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this on the screen. All right, and here comes our draft. So again, the rules are typical draft. You get 1 pick. You can only pick 1 movie per decade. And then we'll put it up on social media later on, figure out who won the draft. So looks like I'm starting first, fellas. I hope you're excited for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a little strategy. I don't think this would necessarily be my number 1 pick, but I want to pick from a decade that there's less to choose from than the other decades, just to kind of make it, give myself a little bit more options. So I'm actually going to start with Glory. I'm going to take Glory, number 1.
It's a good pick.
Not the worst strategy ever.
Yeah. So that's my first pick. Tom, you're up.
Nothing to say about Glory. You don't like him.
Great movie. I mean, it's it's a good movie. I don't. It's not one that I'm like super. Not one that not one of my favorite Denzel movies, but I think it's a solid choice, and I'm going for strategy this time. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm a smart guy.
I think I'm just gonna go. This is tough because this could really undermine me, but I want to go with Training Day.
Damn it.
That's good, dude. That's a good pick. Where is it? I know it's there. There it is. Found it
on the right.
Yeah. Training Day. Good pick.
I mean, best performance ever, right?
He won an Oscar.
Might be.
I think that's his. He's only won 1 Oscar, right, for that?
As far as I know, he's been nominated a lot.
Oh yeah, he's nominated all the time.
I think
this
he
was
just
his
has
win
won for that.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, you're up.
Gosh. I mean, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take Remember the Titans. Sorry.
Yeah,
Mom.
I figured it would probably go first round. So it makes sense.
That's fine.
According to
it's one of my.
There's a
one of
lot
my
of other
friends.
really. The 2000s is his deepest.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's why I was hesitant to go with Training Day, but
Training Day is probably the right. Like I get Kenny's strategy.
I would
know,
pick
but
yeah.
that's
but Training Day
that's
is
the first
probably the
pick.
right number 1 overall pick.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're just going straight draft with no rule, I think Training Day goes 1-1.
But if I were in Kenny's
9
shoes,
out
I
of
would have
10.
actually done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a smart move because I'm going to end up with some Cheeks movie from the 80s or 2020s that I've never heard of or seen.
Yeah.
So
You're
Like
gonna have
the
to
little
take the little
things.
things.
okay,
Boring.
his performance in that was decent, but
It's
He
not
was
bad,
great.
but the movie
just the movie was
The
boring.
movie is
yeah.
it was just dull.
Yep. Well, Mob, you're up, my man.
All right. So we're going strategy. I think I'm gonna pick probably one of his. I don't know if it would be considered his best '90s movie, but definitely one of them. I'm gonna go Malcolm X.
Ah, damn
Oh,
it!
yeah,
That was my
very,
yeah, that's a good pick.
shit.
The Mob, you're up again.
Yeah, I'm up again. So let's see.
90s is kind of tough, actually. Now that I'm looking at it,
There's some good ones in the 90s, though.
There's definitely some other good ones in the 90s.
Yeah.
So I've got 90s out of the way, so I can pick 2020s, 2010s, or 2000s or 80s. We discussed before this, the only 80s movie I've seen is Glory.
yeah.
What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Give me Man on Fire.
Nice.
Oh man,
Good call.
I wanted that.
You
Well,
can't
I
take
don't
it.
actually think I couldn't have had it. So, all right.
I'm just taking it before Kenny gets it.
Movie.
There it is.
Okay.
Kevin, you're up.
I'm up, so I can go 20s, 10s, 90s, 80s. And his 2010s are a little lean as well.
There's a few good ones in there, but yeah, not as strong as 2000s. 2000s is definitely his strongest decade.
Right.
I think I'm going to go with 90s here. And I think I'm going to go Courage Under Fire. I love that movie.
It's a good movie. Where is it?
It is 96. So it's him and...
Oh, is this one?
Meg
Is this
Ryan?
Yep, that's right.
There we go. Okay. Good one. Tom, you're up. And just to let you know, Safe House is still on the board if you want to take it.
Hey, I actually don't mind that movie, but I am going to go with The Pelican Brief.
The Pelican
was-
Brief.
That was between the two for me there, 90s wise.
Oh, man. Okay. So this leaves a lot.
Make
to choose
more
from.
legal thrillers with A-list stars, please, Hollywood.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, please do. Well, I think here I am going to take. There's a few from the 2000s that I love, so maybe I'll pick a different decade for now and see what's left for me. Well, I can take two here, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
In
Okay, let's
retrospect,
do
that's
this.
the correct strategy.
Let's do this. I'm gonna take. Ooh, hang on. I gotta look up a release date real quick. Oh, perfect. I know exactly what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm gonna go with first American Gangster,
Nice.
and then I'm going to take the Hurricane. 99. Snuck right in there. Have you ever seen Hurricane?
Have.
I love it.
The interesting thing about
Fantastic movie.
Denzel's career is I feel like a significant portion of his performances are so good and they outshine how good, like the movie, I suppose. Like the Hurricane, fine movie. Denzel's performance was awesome. Same with American Gangster. Fine movie, awesome performance.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Tom, you're up.
Okay, so I've got 2000s and 90s out of the way. I think this is an 80s movie. Devil in a Blue
shoot.
Dress? Is that 80s?
Let me double check.
Or is it like early 90s?
1995, bud.
Ah,
Ooh.
shit. Okay.
Sorry.
Not even close, you idiot.
Then let's go with.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yes, you are.
I was surprised when you picked one of those movies.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I wasn't going to
explain
tell
it.
you.
I'll explain it later.
I'll go with Flight.
Flight. Solid movie. Decent movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
Kevin, you're
Let's
up, my
see.
mans.
So I have the 10s and 20s and 80s. I think I'm just going to go with the best remaining movie I can take and take Fences.
Yeah. Damn it.
You're an idiot, Kenny.
I'll explain my idiocy once we're done. Mob, you're up.
So I've got 10s, 20s, and 80s as well. Let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
What do I want?
So I'm between two movies in the 10s. Neither of them are like great, but I liked them, like really loved them both. They didn't get like critical acclaim. What do I do? What do I do?
What do you do?
Screw it. I'm going to do The Equalizer.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, I freaking love The Equalizer.
And then
Same.
John
I
Wick
haven't-
before John Wick.
I haven't seen it,
Maybe.
but he was nominated. So I'm going to go with The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Damn it, Mob.
Ooh, I don't
Frick.
think that's on here.
But it's definitely should be.
Yeah,
But
no,
that's
no.
his latest 2020 movie, and I haven't seen any of the 80s. And
I
I'm
mean, it's a solid pick.
Yeah.
You
I'll
son of a
I'm gonna leave it
gun.
blank for you, Mob, and then we'll figure out a way to put that in there later. But got it.
Oh my goodness. That just ruined my whole strategy.
yeah, you should have picked them before me.
I didn't think you'd do it.
What else
Really?
would I have done?
Kill me now. I don't know. All right. That means I go 2020s or 80s. This is how it was always going to end for me. Slow, painful death. So what 2020 movies do we even have on there? We don't even have
Little Things.
You have the little things.
I mean,
Is that the only one left? Ugh.
okay, give me the
think
80s
so.
then, I suppose. I
You
guess
have
I could go 70s. He's got a couple 70 movies in there. All right, give me, gosh, cat. I guess give me the little things. Blech.
All right, Tom.
It just should have
Here.
been so much better than it was.
Yeah, I
it
was
really
so
should've.
excited for it.
Mhm.
3 Oscar winners in the leads.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who was the third? I'm blanking on.
So it was
Jared
Jared
Leto?
Leto,
Jared,
Denzel,
Denzel,
and
and-
Rami Malek.
Oh, Rami Malek. That's right.
I've never seen this movie, but I've heard it's decent. Give me Power. That's my 80s pick.
Power. Can't even think of Power.
All right, and
it's
then
kind
I'm
of
last
middle
year.
ground.
So I can do 2010s, 2020s. Dang, I really
can't
wish
believe I got
Inside Man
stuck
was
with-
2010s.
Jared
I know.
Leto.
Yeah, when did that movie come out? Because that might have to be my take. Uh-oh. What is happening? What is happening? What happened? Did I ever leave?
No,
Everything looks
here.
still
fine
there.
to me.
Yeah.
That was really strange. My whole computer like blacked out. I gotta double check a release date here real quick because I know, barely made it in. It was released in January of 2010. Book of Eli.
That's what I was
yeah.
between that and the Equalizer. I love both those movies.
So let me
I
explain
didn't
my.
realize you guys
eight-
were such.
Yeah,
What's
what
that?
happened?
Okay, so there was another 90s movie I should have taken over Hurricane, and I didn't. And then I
Oh.
saw it on there right after.
You want to
So-
know?
Wait,
You want to
wait,
know
wait.
what stupid thing I think you did?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
You were the last one to be able to pick out of the 2000s, and you could have had American Gangster as your last pick, free and clear.
Ooh.
That's true. So mistakes were made. Okay, I'll just say that. And what I really realized is that I took a 2000s and a 90s movie. The 90s movie I took is The Hurricane, which I do love. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of, to me, it's like kind of a under the radar Denzel movie. Not a ton of people have seen it, but it's a really interesting story, and it's a really good movie in my opinion. Philadelphia was just sitting there,
Yep.
and I could have taken Philadelphia instead of Hurricane.
There were a lot of good. I mean, because of the way we did the draft, there were a lot
Yeah.
of good movies that went untouched.
People are
Yeah.
going to see this and be like, what were they doing? Why?
Who are these morons?
Have these guys even seen Denzel's movies? Because look, there's a lot of movies still left on here.
Let's see.
We
We
got
got
Game, The Bone
Yeah.
Inside
Selector.
Man.
Inside
Two
Man is so good.
Guns.
2 Guns? Oh no! Magnificent Seven's still on there. I saw that in
Ugh,
theaters. That's kind of a bummer.
It was a bummer.
that was a bummer.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our Denzel. Washington, you can only take one movie per decade draft. We'll post the everything on social media. Have you guys vote on it? Decide who won. I'll make a little thumbnail for Mob so I can put in Macbeth. But yeah, guys, there you go. That's gonna pretty much round us out for the day. I had a really good time with you guys today. I'm not gonna lie, and usually I'm lying, but today I'm not. So
This was okay.
this was fine.
It was
fine.
adequate.
Yeah, it was fine. But again, we are the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats Podcast Network. Be sure to check us out on social media at CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. Also, be sure to check out corkbats.com where you can get our movie reviews. We also put some other random blog posts up there. We might put our draft up there and explain it so that way people don't judge us. Understand that, hey, there are rules to how we did this time, okay? So check that out. We'll also have a review for Bottoms in the next couple of days. So check that out
What?
as well. What?
You're just
For
like
some
going out
things.
and reviewing butts.
Bottoms. Have you guys not heard about this movie?
No,
It's like a
what is it?
99% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
What? is it?
It's like a teen comedy
yeah. It's going to be very
starring Marshawn Lynch.
well. Starring is
Huh.
I don't know.
He's in the movie.
Bottoms.
Also,
Teen comedy. I'm probably out.
It's what's her name? Rachel something. Rachel
Sonat,
Brosnahan.
Ao
Sanat. Yeah.
Adebri. That's how you pronounce it. I found out finally.
Yeah.
From The
Who?
Bear.
Ao
Ao Adebri.
Adebri.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
She's great.
She's
so good.
fantastic. She's also really good. I know I've talked about it in theater camp. She's really, really funny in that. So, which I found out she
Theater
was like a
camp.
comedy writer before she got cast on The Bear. So interesting. So yeah, that'll be up probably within the next few days. We might even have a video review with that one. Technology's crazy. So, but yeah, we'll be back to CineBoiz podcast. Check out Cork Bats. Guys, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah.
Fire
Go
Mo.
Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Fire Mo, go Chiefs, go Tigers.
Man,
Football's upon us.
Later.
Technology. We didn't before. We do now. So, all right, guys. Catch you later.